What's going on, Chatbot Builders? Today, I'm going to show you how to use your chatbot to send data to Google Sheets as well as retrieve or get data from Google Sheets. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is head over to chatbotbuilder.ai and you're going to log in or create a new account. Let's go ahead and click sign up. Log in to create a profile, or if you've already created a profile, you're going to be brought to the screen for web chat. Let's name this something like Simple Google Sheet Bot. Continue. All right, and then you're brought over to your dashboard. Let's go ahead and click on Settings here, integrate our Google Sheets account. We can do this by going to Integrations, scroll down to Google Sheets, and click Connect. Make sure you choose your correct Google account and click Continue and Allow. Next, we're gonna click back into Google Sheets and we're gonna click Manage. This is where we're going to be able to add our Google Sheets. Let's go ahead and create a new spreadsheet now so that we can send the data to Google Sheets. So to do that, I've got a brand new Google Sheet here that we'll call Testing Google Sheets Actions. And what we can do is start off by having our first column represent the date. So I'll use a header for date. Let's use first name, last name, email, phone number, and let's do feedback. And so this is where we're going to send data to Google Sheets. Let's go and make sure we click share, and we're going to copy this link. Now we can go back into the spreadsheet tab, click add, and we can name our Google Sheet. We can just call it testing for now. Paste in the Google Sheet link and click continue. Now we can see our Google Sheet is there and it's available. The next thing that we're going to want to do is make sure we've got a way for the chatbot to know the information that we want to collect. In this case, we've got date, first name, last name, email, and phone number already built in for you. And so we'll want to make sure we've got a good feedback custom field available. If not, we can make one right now. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is head over to the flow section, and we can create a brand new flow that will collect user data from our user. Let's click add. And we can type collect user data, enter, and this will bring up the flow builder. Here you have a send message block, and we'll start here. So click to select the block. Let's click add content. And the first thing that we can choose to do is choose get user data right here. And I'll click that, and we can see type a message, edit, and awaiting reply. Let's type our message, which will be, please confirm your first and last name below. We can now click edit and choose the reply type. This is the kind of reply that we're expecting. Let's choose text. We're gonna save the response into a custom field. In this case, it's a system field because we've already built it in for you. We'll click on full name, and we can choose to allow the user to skip this question or not. I'm going to delete the skip option and click save. So here I've got my first user input or get user data block. Let's rename this. We can say request full name. Great. Now we can add another block here. And in this case, let's ask for some more data. We'll use get user data. And we'll say, thank you so much, exclamation point. Please confirm your email address. We'll click edit, and we can see that in this case, email is already set, and we already have the custom field email already set for you as well. Let's just remove the skip button and click save. We can click here to rename the block. And so request email. Great. Let's add another block to collect the phone number. So get user data. Thank you so much for providing your email. Now we just need to collect your phone number. We are almost done, exclamation point. We'll click edit, and this time we'll choose phone. We already have the system field saved for you here, phone. Let's remove the skip button and click save. We can click here again, request phone number, and now we'll have the phone number. Last but not least, we're going to request the feedback. And so we can do this in a multitude of ways. Last but not least, we will have one more block, and this is going to be request feedback, and we'll click add content, get user data, and we'll say, please let us know how we did by making a choice from the options below. And we can have some fun and maybe use an emoji there. So let's click edit, and we're going to choose reply type will be this time multiple choice. And we're going to call this feedback. Okay, we've got feedback. And so we can do something like 5 stars, just like this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I've got the multiple choice options available for the user to click. They're going to choose between 5 to 1 stars. You could reverse order if you'd like. I like to keep that 5 star here. Easy to see and click. Let that be the first thing. Now I'll remove the skip button. Another thing that we can do here is we can enable auto skip. So let's say in 30 seconds, we'll have another message sent to the user to say, hey, please finish this survey. Let's click save. And what we can do is if they have not completed the survey within 30 seconds, this skipped button will activate. And maybe what we can do here is say, you're only one question away from completing the survey. Please indicate the level of your satisfaction. So we can say something like, hey, and then we can use that custom field for first name, comma, you're only one question away from finishing the survey, and we would really appreciate your feedback. And so what I can do here is I can say, quick reminder, and I'll just connect this node back here. And so what will happen again, guys, is we'll look into this node here and click edit, and we'll see in 30 seconds, if they don't do anything, then we're going to skip and move on to this message here. Okay, and so the last thing that we'll do is we're going to add a condition, and we're going to make sure that this question for feedback has been answered. And so we're going to connect the continue button to this condition, and we're going to rename this condition to check for feedback. And what we're going to look for is, because we're saving the information here, the 5 to 1 stars for feedback, what we will do is we'll add one condition, and it will say feedback. Does the feedback have any value? Okay. If it does, we're going to go here, and we're just going to say thank you. This will be the thank you message. Thank you so much. Okay. And so we'll give them a GIF, and we'll just say thanks so much. All right, cool. Now, the survey will be complete. If there is no value here, what we can do is run this right back over here. That would solve the user from ever receiving the thank you so much. And what we'll do is one more thing to complete this scenario is we'll add an action for Google Sheets. So let's click add content, actions, Google Sheets. Let's click Google Sheets element, and we've got many options here, but we're going to send the data, and we're going to select down from our spreadsheet that we've called testing, and we'll select the worksheet, sheet 1. And we can see that the Google column titles are right here that will match right here. And so now we just need to add the value of the custom field from our system and send it to Google Sheets. So for the date, I'll use last interaction. That'll be the timestamp of the user when they've completed that last question. We've asked for their full name, and our system will automatically break down their first and last name. So I can choose first name, last name, email, phone number, and we're asking for their feedback. And so I've got feedback here. We can click save. And so we can organize our steps, and we can see this is our flow. All right. So everything is nice and named except here. I need to go ahead and rename this, and we'll say send data to Google Sheets. We can hit publish and test this out. So to do that, I'm going to get the publish link, and click web chat. And I think what we'll do is we'll paste the web chat here and we'll check out the Google Sheet being filled in after I have completed the task here. All right, so now we're ready to test everything out. And so the simple Google Sheet bot is saying, please confirm your first and last name. So I will do that. There's my first and last name. It's asking for my email. I will give that as well. Then it's going to ask me for my phone number. There's my phone number. And now it's going to finally ask me for the rating, and I'll give 5 stars. And we can see right here, boom, automatically, super fast. Our information has been completely filled in. That is perfect. Let's say we wanted to get data from this Google Sheet. Like, we can do that. And maybe we want to grab the 5-star rating. Okay, and so let's do that now. All right, and so what we can do is we can create a new flow. Click add, and we'll say get data from sheets. Okay, and so now we can choose what sort of data we want to retrieve. And so in this case, let's click on send message and add content. And let's choose get user data. And we'll say provide the email of the customer you want to check for their rating that they left. And so in this case, we could give the email to the bot, and the bot will check Google Sheets, and the goal will be to return the rating. And so here we're looking for the email, and we're going to grab the email. We'll have that. And so the next thing we'll do is rename this and say request email, save. We've got the email collected. The next thing that we'll do is we can add an action. We'll connect the block here, and we'll say rename check Google Sheet. Okay, and we'll click on this action, click add content actions. We see our Google Sheet here. Click on the Google Sheet element, and before we used send data, but this time we're going to do get row. And we'll select the same testing spreadsheet and the same sheet 1 worksheet. And we must use a filter here. We'll say filter is going to be email, because that's what we're going to check against on the Google Sheet. And the custom field that we just collected was email. And the thing that we want to save is going to be their feedback. And so let's find feedback and click save. Now we will have captured what we want here for get row. Email is email, and we're looking for feedback. We just saved the feedback custom field. And so now we're going to display this back to the admin in this case, or the user of the bot. And so let's use a text element, the user with the email address, and we can use our custom fields here for email, has left a rating of, and then we'll use feedback. All right, so the user with the email address of email has left a rating of blank. Okay, all right, so this is our flow to retrieve the data. Let's click publish, and let's test it. Okay, and so let's get the publish link, click web chat, paste into a browser here, and we can get a full view. Great, provide the email of the customer you want to check the rating that they left. Okay, and so here's the email that I used, and I'll just paste it here. Boom. And so the user with the email address, Brian at Baggett Spots, left a review of 5 stars. Now let's add another one. Brian and last name Smith. And his email will be brian@aol.com. His phone number will be very similar to mine, and he's going to have left 4 stars. Okay, so he left 4 stars. So I'm going to make sure I got his email correct. But I can go back to this flow and hit refresh, and it's going to ask me the same question. Provide the email of the customer you want to check their rating that they left. So I'm going to click here and boom. We can see that the user with the email address, Brian, has left a rating of 4 stars. And so let's make sure that it is working, and we'll go back to my email. We'll hit refresh. And last test. Send off the result. You see it's perfect. The user with the email address, Ryan, left a 5-star. Okay, so we have learned how to send data to Google Sheets. We've learned how to retrieve data from Google Sheets. Now let's learn how to update data from Google Sheets. Let's make a flow called update score. And so what we'll do here is we'll say, please confirm your email address, and we'll say request email. So next we'll have our please confirm your email address. And now we're going to ask for the revised rating. Let's click add content and get user data. And we'll say, please let us know your revised rating. And so we can choose multiple choice again. We'll choose feedback again, and it'll be again the same thing as what we did before. 5 stars. Okay. And we've got everything set here. Let's click save. Now we have our revised rating. And last but not least, let's add another action. This time will be update Google Sheet. And so then we're going to be looking for add content, actions, Google Sheets. We're going to click the Google Sheet element. And this time we're going to click update row. All right. And so lastly, what we'll do here is we'll select the testing worksheet, sheet 1, and we're going to use the filter for email again. Email is the email that they have provided, and we're looking for feedback to be updated. So here is our feedback, and let's click save. And now we can send a confirmation. Confirmed. Save, add content, and let's tell them, we'll say, great, your rating has been updated to, and we'll use that custom field for feedback. All right. And so now let's hit publish and get the publish link, copy, and paste. So now we'll get our question. Please confirm your email address. And let's use this one because we're going to update his score. And we'll just provide it here. And then we see, let us know your revised rating. And we're going to now choose 5 stars. Great, your rating has been updated to 5 stars. All right, so let's go to Google Sheets. And in fact, we do see it does go to 5 stars. Guys, I hope you liked that video on how to send data, retrieve data, and update data from Google Sheets. If you have any questions, be sure to always leave them in the comment section below. And thank you for all the support. Peace.